Recognition for one of the good guys in racing. Here's some very tight action here. Yes, the number 4 Corvette is muscled on wide there. Oliver Gavin really caught off guard at turn 6, and 2 cars go past him.
Actually, I think he got balked just a little bit behind one of the GT Challenge cars, and Mueller got a tremendous run. It came up the inside, and a pretty savvy move. The Viper said, well, I'm just going to follow him through. Dom Farnbacher, now behind the wheel of that car, just did exactly that, and was able to drive through. Behind them is Pat Long, still in the 06 core Porsche, that white one, right behind that number 4 Corvette. But that's how things can change in this GT class. Between 2 corners, you lose 2 spots.
Yes, a big train of cars here. You can see Magnussen leads in the Corvette, then Brian Sellers in the Porsche, Bill Auberlin and Dirk Mueller in the 2 BMWs, Dirk Farbacher for SRT Viper, and then Oliver Gavin in the 2nd Corvette, Patrick Long for Porsche, and then Townsend Bell and Matteo Malucelli in the pair of Ferraris.
Boy, in the 81 that had that contact early with the Corvette, now is being called in for a 2nd pit speed violation, stop and go.
Number 8 car, was that?
81.
81.
Yeah, the 81 entry is the report, and also the 93 Viper, which I think is still behind the wall, but if they do come back out, apparently they're going to get a penalty for too many people over the wall. Really, that one's kind of academic at this point, as they are not even out in pit lane. But Auberlin, ooh, some big lockup, big black stripe there by Brian Sellers heading into the corkscrew off of that right side.
Yeah, laying down some faulty tire rubber there, wasn't he? Under braking for the corkscrew.
Big time. You want to be careful of that flat spot. If you really get a flat spot on there, that can make your day very, very dicey. Auberlin right now truly has the ears pinned back, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. He's on a roll right now. That great victory at Long Beach. He and Maxime Martin, the Belgian driver, just his 2nd ALMS start. And to be fair, he made a mistake in the early stages of that race, but that mistake opened up the opportunities for strategic calls by the team, and the team made absolutely the right calls, called him at the right time, yeah, topped up with fuel at the right time, and had Bill Auberlin out in front when it was go time for the final hour of the race, and Bill did the rest from there. He's not about to throw away an opportunity like that. But you know, he's very much, as you say, got his tail up and charging hard now, trying to get close again to Brian Sellers, and Brian Sellers once again closing in on Jan Magnussen at the battle for the lead in GT, going up the hill toward turn 6.
Look at that, you've got 6 cars right there, the GT battle. Magnussen, Sellers, Auberlin, Mueller, Farnbacher, Gavin, and then not far behind him is Pat Long. And I'll tell you, these cautions have really helped out that 06 Core Autosport car that started way at the back like that. It was able to get through the GT traffic, but it was a long way in terms of track position away from this GT field. Not anymore. No,
and Patrick Long, he's had 4 wins, I think, here in the past at Mazda Raceway Laguna Seca, so he knows how to get around this place. Yeah. In a Porsche 911 RSR. He's doing that just now and closing in on that trail of cars, pretty much dicing for the lead in GT.
The 2 Ferraris battling right now. I believe that is for the 8th spot in the GT category. Townsend Bell in the Team West AJR red and white Ferrari, and behind him is Matteo Malucelli, who really had a not the kind of start you want to this race, but they've been able to somehow stay in that lead lap and keep themselves in with a shout.
Yeah, I'm honestly not quite sure how they managed to do that, because they did seem to come into the pit lane along with everybody else. I guess all I can assume is they came in 1 lap later than everybody else, but it didn't seem to be that case. Anyhow, however it was, they are back on the lead lap and very much back in contention. But at the front of the field, it's still Nick Heidfeld who leads over Klaus Graf, but what's interesting is that having changed tyres at that first round of pit stops, the number 6 car now staying much closer to the number 12 of Nick Heidfeld in the battle for the lead overall, number 12 and number 6.
I think that was a great call, because they were both going to go back, and they basically were going to be on the same piece of track. You get yourself a fresher set of tires. Obviously, it didn't have, in the tires they had, what was on the car didn't quite have the pace of that Rebellion Toyota. Make some changes, put on a different set, see what happens.
Yeah, and particularly in number 60, particularly when they see that the Rebellion car is not changing tires, hey, we might as well go and change tires. We're going to have fresher rubber, maybe then we can track the car down and past it. kind of doing what the opposite of what the other guy does.
Yeah, exactly. And Ollie Gavin, something is, and I wonder if you know, that was the car we think. You could see that right front corner up a little bit, and that was the car that got into the back of the 81 entry when it spun. And if it isn't had just done a little something to that car, because he's just slowly dropping back a little bit, and Dominic Farnbacher in the 91 Fast and Furious 6 SRT Viper has gone around him.
Yeah, he got around him when he got hung out to dry up in turn 6, didn't he? Yeah, he's only 8 or 10 car lengths behind, so he's hanging in there, Ollie Gavin. And yeah, both Corvettes are very much in the battle. Jan Magnussen does lead, and leads by around about a second over Brian Sellers in the number 17 Falcon Tires car.
Gavin has had an immense amount of success in this series on so many different levels, as the record for fast laps, and he has got a lot of wins here, really enjoys this track. He and Tommy Milner have proven to be a very effective driver pairing. Won it last year, won it on their way to winning the championship, and this team, it's not a team prone to panic, that's for sure, with any issue that they might have, and that, you know, bit of contact when they stop. I'm sure they got the feedback from Ollie, and he said, no, we're okay. And everything is proceeding at pace, and it's longer than the normal race, so you just continue to stick with the program, as they say.
Indeed, and Oliver Gavin, along I think with Olivier Beretta and Patrick Long, all have 4 GT victories to their credit here at Mazda Raceway Laguna Seca, so each of them trying to break that little tie. But here is this battle. It's pretty much nose to tail now, isn't it, in GT, going around the infield section through turn 4 now. And that gap from Jan Magnussen is not very much at all. All turning pretty much identical lap times at this stage as well, of course.
Obviously for the 93 Viper, back in the garage essentially and done, not good. But there is good news. Dominic Farnbacher now running laps that are as quick or quicker than other cars in the GT category. So in qualifying in that just absolute pure outright pace department, they had talked about it, not quite able to get that car to turn the way they wanted. But in race trim, certainly right now, looks to be quite strong, actually.
It does, actually. I'm just looking down the order here, and lap times, Dominic Farnbacher actually has the fastest lap in GT at the moment, 124.163. Last time around, Jan Magnussen turned his best lap of the race so far, 124.4, and everybody else doing 1:24.56 or 7, so it's very, very close in there. Actually, 1:24.2 for Dirk Mueller in the number 56 BMW.
Oh, this is so fun! Unbelievable! The GT cars racing amongst themselves, looking for a pass, and the Rebellion Toyota and the Muscle Milk HPD ARX both almost driven into the pit wall as they went scything by. Unbelievable.
Weaving their way through, really, from one side of the track to the other, and then back again to the inside to get the line into turn 2. Wow, that was really fraught going down to the end of the hairpin. Dominic Farnbacher, we're on board here with Ollie Gavin, and Dominic Farnbacher, he's got a fast car now. He's looking for a way around that Dirk Mueller BMW. There is Nick Heidfeld escaping up the road finally with about 3 or 4 seconds of clear track. He'd be grateful for that after that fraught run down the front straight away.
Yeah, and Klaus Graf, when they got in there, Klaus said he came through as well, and it's clear he does not want to let this guy get any kind of a break, and they both took some big risks in that GT pack.
Yes, they did indeed.
Ooh, he's going to get balked here. Nice job by that. The number 8 car just left that door open a little bit. That's what you like to see. The guys knowing, okay, that car's coming through. If I turn to the apex, it's going to be a wreck. Just open the wheel up a little bit. Slow it down. Let him get through. You know, better to lose a spot in class than it is to wreck. And these guys doing a nice job. And look at this. Klaus Graf, he's going to go by them both as well. This is great stuff. Klaus knows that he just doesn't want to let that Rebellion timepiece Lola Toyota get it too far out. Magnussen, however, he's just throwing down some brilliant laps right now, Jeremy.